Turn off the bat signal, because this video gets dark. Gotham doesn't fall because of monsters. It falls because the wrong villain pushes it at the right moment. That man has faced gods, aliens, and armies, but the most dangerous threats aren't the loud ones. They're the villains who understand Gotham better than Batman does. Tonight, we're counting down the 7 Batman villains who could realistically crush Gotham right now, not in some alternate universe. Not in a what if, but today. And at the end, we're answering the question every Batman fan argues about. Which villain could finally break Batman, physically, psychologically, and morally? Let's begin. Number 7. Scarecrow. Fear as a weapon of mass destruction. Scarecrow isn't dangerous because he's powerful. He's dangerous because fear is contagious. Crane understands something Batman does too. People don't need to be hurt to be controlled. They just need to believe they will be. With modern delivery methods, drones, HVAC systems, water contamination, Scarecrow could blanket Gotham in fear toxin without ever showing his face. The result isn't chaos, it's paralysis. Police refuse to respond to calls. Doctors hallucinate during surgery. Civilians turn violent out of terror. Batman thrives on intimidation, but Scarecrow flips that weapon back on him. Fear toxin forces Bruce to confront his own trauma, his parents, his failures, his limits. Scarecrow doesn't beat Batman in a fight. He turns Batman into a patient. Number 6. The Court of Owls, the enemy Batman never saw coming. The Court of Owls is Gotham's original sin. They aren't criminals, they're legacy. What makes them terrifying is how invisible they are. They don't announce attacks, they don't leave calling cards. They simply decide who lives, who dies, and who rises in Gotham. Their true power is institutional control. They influence zoning laws, control police promotions, fund political campaigns, silence journalists permanently. Batman can't punch corruption out of a city when it's woven into every brick. And the Talons? They're living proof that Gotham can create monsters without madness. The court proves something chilling. That man has been fighting symptoms, not the disease. Number 5. Black Mask, when crime becomes a business. Roman Sionis represents the most realistic Gotham collapse scenario. Black Mask doesn't crave attention, he craves efficiency. Under him, Gotham's underworld becomes organized, disciplined, and brutally consistent. Crime isn't random, it's regulated. Gangs become franchises. Violence becomes policy. Fear becomes branding. Batman's greatest advantage, criminal unpredictability, disappears. You can't scare people who are already paid. You can't intimidate a system. Black Mask turns Gotham into a city where crime isn't shocking, it's expected. And that slow normalization is far more dangerous than chaos. Number 4. Bane. Strategic warfare against a symbol. Bane is what happens when someone studies Batman correctly. He doesn't hate Bruce Wayne. He doesn't envy him. He understands him. Bane's genius is attrition. He overwhelms Gotham with escalating threats, forcing Batman to stretch himself thinner every night until exhaustion becomes fatal. This isn't brute force, it's military strategy. Bane breaks Batman by proving a brutal truth. One man cannot save a city forever. The physical breaking is symbolic. The real damage is psychological. That man realizes he is not infinite. Number 3. The Riddler. Truth as a weapon. Riddler's greatest threat isn't intelligence, it's exposure. Edward Nygma doesn't lie, he reveals. In the modern age of leaks, surveillance, and hacked databases, Riddler becomes a walking apocalypse. Every secret Gotham relies on to function becomes a riddle waiting to be solved. Corrupt cops exposed. Wayne Enterprises' secrets leaked. That man's allies endangered. That man's power depends on secrecy. Riddler thrives on stripping it away. And the cruel irony? That man must solve Riddler's riddles to stop him, spreading the damage even further. Number 2. Joker, the philosophical war. Joker doesn't destroy Gotham by blowing it up. He destroys it by proving it deserves to fall. In today's world, Joker wouldn't need chemicals, laughing gas, or giant set pieces. He'd weaponize systems, media, fear, morality, and trust. Because chaos spreads faster than explosions. Joker understands something modern villains don't. People don't need to be forced into chaos. They just need permission. Joker would engineer public moral traps, situations where ordinary citizens are pushed into impossible choices and then broadcast the results. Release prisoners if civilians vote for it. Save hospitals or neighborhoods, never both. Let the public decide who lives and who dies. The point isn't death, it's exposure. Once Gotham sees itself choosing cruelty, panic sets in. Trust collapses. People stop believing in the social contract. That man can stop bombs. He can't stop shame. In a modern Gotham, Joker wouldn't hide in the shadows. He'd go viral. Live streams, anonymous drops, deep fakes. Joker turns crime into content. Every act is designed to be shared, debated, remixed. Violence becomes entertainment, and outrage becomes fuel. Even worse, copycats. Joker wouldn't need an army. He'd create one out of attention seekers, extremists, and the desperate. Batman can't punch an idea that's trending. Batman relies on fear, but Joker corrupts symbols. Joker would stage crimes where the bat signal becomes the setup. That man shows up, and civilians die anyway. The message? Batman doesn't save you. He attracts danger. Public opinion flips. Protests erupt. Politicians demand Batman stop interfering. Joker doesn't defeat Batman in combat. He rebrands him as the problem. Joker's favorite weapon has always been the dilemma. In today's Gotham, Joker scales that weapon up. Save a school or expose corruption. Catch Joker or stop a riot. Break your rule or watch it happen again. Every choice Batman makes creates another tragedy Joker can exploit. The genius? Batman's victories still feel like losses. Before we reveal number 1, here are some honorable mentions who could still end Gotham. Hugo Strange, the man who knows Batman. Hugo Strange's greatest weapon isn't strength or tech, it's knowledge. He knows Bruce Wayne is Batman, and worse, he understands why. Strange doesn't attack Gotham directly, he attacks Batman's mind, gaslighting him, manipulating public perception, and using psychiatry as psychological warfare. With enough influence, Strange could turn Gotham against Batman entirely, reframing him as the city's greatest threat. That man can fight criminals. He can't fight his own diagnosis. Poison Ivy, ecological collapse. Poison Ivy isn't evil. She's radicalized. Given full access to Gotham's green spaces, water systems, and climate vulnerabilities, Ivy could choke the city alive. Literally. Crops die, oxygen becomes a problem, entire districts become uninhabitable. And Batman's dilemma? Stopping Ivy often means choosing people over the planet, making him the villain in her story. Mr. Freeze, controlled extinction. Freeze doesn't rage, he calculates. With Gotham's infrastructure and climate systems in his control, Freeze could shut down the city without a single explosion, freezing power grids, waterways, and transportation. People don't riot when they're frozen. They simply don't survive. Batman sympathizes with Freeze, and that hesitation gives Freeze leverage, making him far more dangerous than he appears. Two-Face, the collapse of justice. Harvey Dent represents Gotham's greatest tragedy. As a former symbol of justice, Two-Face understands the law better than most villains. He uses that knowledge to dismantle it, rigging trials, corrupting juries, and turning the justice system into a coin flip. Gotham doesn't fall in flames, it loses faith in fairness. And once justice becomes random, crime thrives. Deathstroke, the perfect assassin. Deathstroke isn't after Gotham until someone pays him to be. If hired by the right organization, Deathstroke could dismantle Gotham's defenders in weeks, taking out police leaders, vigilantes, and even members of the Bat family. Batman can beat Deathstroke, but he can't be everywhere at once. And that's how cities die. And now, who is the villain who could truly break Batman? Number 1. Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul is Batman's most dangerous enemy because he is right, just not merciful. Ra's doesn't want chaos. He wants correction. Gotham represents everything wrong with humanity: excess, decay, endless crime cycles. Ra's offers Batman something no one else ever has: a permanent solution. With the League of Assassins, Ra's could erase Gotham efficiently. No spectacle, no chaos, just execution. But his true attack is emotional. He challenges Batman's purpose. If Gotham cannot be saved, what does Batman become? To stop Ra's, Batman must accept that his mission has limits, and that realization shatters him far deeper than any broken bone. Batman believes Gotham is worth saving. Every villain on this list believes the opposite. Some want to control the city. Some want to expose it. Some want to burn it down just to prove a point. And that's the real war Batman fights every night. Not fists, not gadgets, but belief. So here's the question that matters. If Gotham can never truly be fixed, is Batman a hero or just a delay? Tell me which villain you think could truly destroy Gotham or finally break Batman in the comments. Like, subscribe, and step into the shadows. Because in Gotham, the darkness is always waiting.